I'm ready. Hello, everyone. We haven't done this angle in a tinge. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I didn't feel like being properly perceived. Well, not properly, because the fuck. I didn't feel like being perceived right now, but I still feel like getting out a message. So, you know what I mean? If I feel it, I'm gonna get out, cleanse out the energy, and get it set up and do it. I feel like doing a weekly reading today, like what is the week hold? And you're probably thinking or wondering like the week has already started, but I still felt very called to do it. So I'm gonna do it because the fuck do we know about timing and shit? But the timing that's given to us by other people. But felt drawn to my oracle cards, um, and just pulling on them and just centering out the energy. I don't want to start with that one though. I'm gonna start with this one. And the energy I just felt for this week is just centered. Float as soon as I split the deck. It's just wanting to feel and be centered. So that's kind of what I felt even before I started. Because before I started, I didn't necessarily feel this energy. But as soon as I, started meditating, getting into the mode, that's when I started being like, okay, I feel centered. Perfume, the realest nigga that I know. Yeah, you're starting to feel very centered in self, very calm in self, very just at peace. And not saying that there isn't anything going on or that there is anything going on, but you just feel calm. Not calm, cool, and collected. Because I don't feel like you're stopping or slowing down which or like giving a different type of energy. It's almost this concentrated energy like perfume. It's funny, Stone Mountain came right at the top. And there is a lyric in there that's sticking out to me with Stone Mountain is I cried day and night fighting for what I knew was right. And it's almost like fighting for yourself, working towards yourself, because that's what the stone is about, is recognizing who I am. No matter what goes on, I need to continue forward. I need to continuously press forward. I need to continuously move and shift and guide and lead myself day and night, whether I'm crying or not. Um, and just recognizing that. And then there's another line that leads into the chorus, or is the chorus, if I remember correctly, because bridge and the chorus, they actually do it in the song. But where it's like, lately I've been too hard on myself, blaming my problems on everyone else, right? And then it goes into Stone Mountain, and it's this recognition within the song of just being like, no matter if the person really did fuck me over, no matter if I didn't get this or that didn't work out because of this person or because of this situation or whatever it is, at the end of the day, like, I can't blame nothing on nobody else. Like, what's the point of me doing that? Right? And it's not to say like going and not speaking to a person or telling them what they did wrong or anything of that sort or speaking up about things. It's a sense of recognizing I'm hearing you can't guilt trip somebody if they don't even get in the car. They don't even pack their bags. In a sense of people may not take accountability. People may not apologize. People may not give you the reaction that you're looking or hoping for. The situation may not turn out in the way that you want it to turn out, in the way that you were expecting. It may not go in the way that you want it to go. But it's a sense of no matter what they did or decide not to do, say, or feel, I can't put that on them. Because and that's in a sense, again, not speaking up to someone, not telling someone or something, or voicing your pain, voicing your rage, voicing in a sense of being like perfume just keeps popping up. So we're gonna start with these two cards. Um, in a sense of the way of dogs are barking. Dogs are barking. And I love one of my favorite sayings is a hit dog a holler. And it's almost in a sense of like you can't make somebody aware of something that they don't willingly want to be aware of. You can even tell somebody about something. You ever tell somebody something? Let's just think of the most craziest person ever, a racist, right? No logical thinking in that sense of why. But then you say something, it reminds me of Nico's video. Shouts out to him where he's interviewing this group called the EDL, I believe, or something like that, or whatever. And they're blaming like the outside people in their sense, in their mind, outside people, people that aren't them, that aren't their race. And he goes, they also took your teeth, didn't they? Because their teeth were missing. Like, fucked up. And right. And so she was like, yep, they're responsible. And it's this sense of being like, that makes no logical sense, like at all. Like it has no meaning, no rational sense. And it's almost in that same sense of thinking of like, no matter if you really want this person to feel a certain type of way, they're not going to feel that way unless they truly want to or allow themselves to. Right? It's almost like the saying where it's like you can't heal other people until they're ready to be healed. You lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So when they say I've been blaming my problems on everyone else, it's a sense of recognizing I'm always the solution in every problem. Because at the end and the beginning of the day, when a situation happens to me, I have to decide how I'm going to act or react to it. When I want to start something, I'm deciding to start it and why I want to start it. If I do or don't want to go somewhere, I'm deciding if I do or don't want to do it. And so taking that into account, taking that into know is this recognition of I, it's almost like I just want to start for me. I want to do for me. I want to prepare for me. I want to open up for me. Like I can be like, yep, the reason why my teeth is fucked up is because of them. Or it's almost like that running joke that we all have within our community, the black community, where it's just like, that could be me. And my mom did not perm my hair when I was 5, but it's like, it's obviously a joke, but it's like this sense of like, when are you going to take the catalyst moment and recognize, okay, this may have been why this is happening, right? Good or bad. This is why this is working out. This is why this is going this way. This is why this is moving. It's like, okay, but now that I know, now that I have the piece of information, the Lord of the Rings popped into my head. Now that I have the ring, what am I going to do with it? How am I going to use it to get to that, which is hilarious, the mountain essentially, to put it in the fire, to burn it up, to create something that is an unshakable force, that it is immovable, that is so grounded and rooted within self. You recognize whether they take accountability or not, whether I bring it up to them, whatever it is, whether this situation has happened to me or for me, whether this outcome was not to my liking or expectation, I have to be rooted in self because I'm going to have to deal with it. And it allows you to recognize where you can and can't take control, but also even deeper where you're recognizing, fuck, do I really at a moment in time really know what's going on or going to happen in my life? And I've been saying it a lot lately just to kind of ground and root and center myself is like the best thing that can happen to me tomorrow. And I'll never know. Right? People always like, well, the worst thing can happen. I can die tomorrow, this and that. But it's like the best thing that can ever happen to me tomorrow. The best thing. So why not stick to my plan to get me there no matter which way it goes? Let me stick to my dreams, my desires. Let me stick to me being myself and sure of myself. And knowing that in those moments and in those times where I am feeling high, feeling low, feeling just calm, I know it's because of my own reliability of my own nervous system, of my own mind state, of me allowing myself to get here. Of me actually accepting resources, accepting help. Is actually me setting up those boundaries and being more vocal. Me showing up more presently for myself. Me recognizing I didn't have this as a child, but I'm gonna make sure that my adult self has this. That I operate in a way that when I'm looking in the mirror and I get glimpses of my younger and future self, that all of them are feeling acknowledged, touched, aware of where we currently are in the present moment, of why we are operating this way, of how that is allowing us to be such a powerful force within ourselves. Right? And it's so crazy because on the back of both of these cards, there are words written. And I feel like it's an understanding of people always say, these are the cards that I've been dealt, but have you fully looked at the cards that you have been dealt? What you currently have on your table, what is currently presented for you in front of you? Have you truly inspected everything? Have you truly acknowledged everything? Have you truly done the shadow work? And it's such a great word to toss out there, but have you truly done the shadow work of sitting with self, right? And recognizing those moments of when something goes right and wrong. And I want to keep acknowledging that because people's like, shadow work should come, you get really deep down and it's dark. It can be really dark. It can be very sad. But shadow work also comes with how do I handle my blessings, my joy, my success, my peace, my serenity, me actually fulfilling my desires, my manifestations. How do I handle those moments as well? In a way that allows me to truly be grateful, thankful, but also be rooted that I allowed my decisions to get me here. I allowed my drive and my focus to get me here. I allowed me choosing, I want this person in my life and I don't want this person. I want to hang out with this person and do this, but I also want to hang out with this person and do this and this. I want to like that. I'll accept this project, but I won't accept this project. I'll set this up today, but it's like those are the decisions that got me here. Even if they were small, it was just like I willingly chose these people, this life, this career, these hobbies, these dreams, these motives. And it allows a sense of self of like, yeah, these are the cards that I've been dealt, but there's so much more happening behind the scenes and such an interscope of who you are and how that plays out. And for this to be both the yellow and the orange card, the solar and the sacral plexus, which is that creativity, that now that the root has been handled, I know the outside, like whether this is going to happen or not, like what I can and can't control is like, okay, now I'm recognizing getting more comfortable with being rooted in self while still being expressive, still being vocal, still being emotionally vulnerable and present, and allowing for that sense. And it's a sense of such a strong field. You ever like smell something like, and it brings you back to a memory, or you smell someone and it makes you take a second glance, and it's just like, that's the energy that you are protruding right now. It's not the right word, but that's almost like protruding out. Like it's supposed to look like a wound, but it looks different. It looks like you. It looks like a sense of just like what is popping out from under your skin is protruding. It's protruding new skin. It's protruding new ideas and aspects of how you operate now. Mountains are forever changing too, even though it's like if you think about it being earth fixed energy, it's still changing. It's just that slow, ever changing progressive. It reminds me of the Magic School Bus episode, and Arnold, he collects rocks, and he's talking about how rocks also change form, how they also, they're one of the elements that can shift. It's not just water. I think that's how it starts, if I'm remembering correctly. I haven't seen it in a bit, so bless my heart, bless my soul, bless my mind. But how it goes from the pebbles, and the pebbles can go to like rain crush it down, and then that turns into sand, or even just the bigger mountains turning into the ash of a volcano, and that also being a type of rock, a type of form, a sediment rock, a granite. These are different types of forms of what they look like, what they feel like, what element they can actually survive in. It's those also change, and I feel like that's also what's happening with you. It's a recognition of I'm changing your scent, your smell. We all have our own smell just based off of our genes, our genetic makeup. And I feel like it's like you're almost changing your genetic makeup. And it's so powerful and enlightening that it's changing for you. And it feels like a true revelation of yourself. It feels very centered. Like I said in the beginning, it feels very just centered, present, here. Like I said, it's not saying that everything is going good. It's not saying everything is going bad. It's saying that I am not I'm not so much in the midst of it, so entangled in it. I'm not allowing myself to put this weight on my own mind, put this weight on my own body. So it's not even a sense of like I'm not even trying to blame others, blame the situation, blame that. Well, if this was working, I would have got there. If that had set up, man, if I would have had this, it's just like I have me. How does it look for me to not get something in the way that I expected, somebody not to take on something the way that I expected, and for me to in turn make that in a sense of something that I lack, something that I shoulda, coulda, woulda within myself? Because what I currently have is more than enough for what I need, deserve, and desire. How does that make me feel and look to be like, well, that could have been me, but you know them, they know that you know people too. You got resources too. You understand too. Man, like, if I was a little bit more discerning, follow my intuition, you got that intuition too. You discerning too. You got that power too. You got that knowledge too. You understand the way and the means of your own outcome. So it's in a sense of like, with this and not believe, there go the dog again. Dogs are also a sense of being loyal, being, in a sense, disciplined when trained. you know? So it's taking it in of recognizing that you are creating something new, a lingering smell that is all your own. And when you leave a room, people recognize that you were there. You can't touch something and then not be recognized, not be noticed. It's like your own signature mark and maker, and everyone has one. And all fields and aspects of life, it's their own little signature that makes them them, right? It's almost like when you're thinking of like crime shows, it's like they slipped up because this is their one little pattern. It's their one little thing. It's their them. They said it. And it's in a sense of that makes them unique. What has made them unique? I wonder, just in a side note, thought possibly not, but the Zodiac Killer, how they gave themselves their own name. I just wonder if they were like a scientist or like a reader, like really into astrology heavy, but since it's not seen as something that's real or logical or this, I wonder, and I wonder if they would have just asked you certain questions like, did they talk about this a lot? What's your sign? Like, I wonder, like, but that's like, maybe you guys have an interest in that, in knowing about weird little things or things that people may deem as like, why do you want to watch crime? It's like, whatever it is, it could be that, but it's something that makes you you. Sedimentary rock just keeps popping up. Looked it up. Could be unique. Don't know where that comes from, but yeah. But it's in a sense of you are crafting your sense and of self of like, shit's gonna happen to me, with me, for me, regardless, but it's not gonna be because of what I lacked. Even if it's something that I know I could have done wrong, I'm like, damn, you should have did that. It's like, I can still do that. I can still shift and change, right? It's like, why start just at the beginning of the week if I know, like, oh, I was going to start on Monday? Just start on Tuesday. It's your life. You're going to be with you 24/7. Start when you feel it's needed, necessary, and warranted. It was almost like a burp wanted to come up, but it didn't. But it's you taking this in, and we haven't even flipped over yet. But it's you really cultivating and you being centered and you feeling like, I don't need more than much than me. Because either way, I would have been in that room. That's what I really wanted. I would have been in that relationship if that's what I really want. I this that whatever, and it's taking that in of that. Did I really want my people to smell me there? It sounds crazy. Like, did I want my scent there? Did I want my essence there? My presence there? And it's a recognition of if I can't have that, why am I trying to make myself feel bad for something that obviously my body and spirit truly don't want to do? Where is this coming from? Why didn't this make me happy when it should have made me happy? Why did this make me happy? I didn't even do, oh, okay. Because I was in the mix. You have to start saying, because I was in the mix. Because I was in there. Because I was present. Right? So, flip this over. The song is by Saint Beauty. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. The full album is phenomenally amazing. But we got Stone Mountain by Saint Beauty. So music can be very significant to you. Um, and how that's present, how that's set out. Music, just listening to it, allowing yourself to just be present in the moment a little bit more. Um, my goodness. Juna. And then we got start smelling yourself. I'm laughing at them like this, but you really start feeling yourself. Start recognizing what is and isn't for you. I had to recently remind myself, like, if I denied them and I denied a few things recently, and then I also got denied for something, I was like, shit. Well, shit, if I can do that, they can do that too. And it's in a sense of recognizing if I'm also in control, so are other people, so are other things, right? Because at the end and beginning of the day, the best thing that I can control is myself. What I wear, what I do, whether that be hobbies, what I do for the day. Do I journal? Do I wake up and do yoga? Or do I do it after work? Do I even do yoga? Do I go to the gym to work out? It's things that sort of that make you have your own genetic makeup, your own smell, your own energy, your own fragrance, right? And it's funny because this is upright and these next two cards are not, but we got V and I immediately heard victory. I heard uh vagrant, and I recently learned where that word came from, and that it also, because of what they're doing, in a sense, it's like almost a slur in a sense to people that are homeless or houseless, and or just if I, it's almost like you're not. It's like it's like a title or a name is trying to be presented upon you, and it's funny that if you remember when you were a child, you used to draw the birds almost like that, where it was like I used to draw the birds. Let me see, little, you know, you just draw a whole bunch of them on the paper. Some would be better than others, but you can tell that those are birds. Like always, everybody knew that those were birds, and I feel like with this being right out of the birds, and it's like it's something trying to be placed on you, and you're recognizing that at the end and beginning of the day, when I walk into a room, when I walk into a place, and I recently was watching the interview with Kevin Hart and Vince Staples, because I love me some Vince Staples, oh my gosh. Vince Staples, another musician, another artist. Music can be very significant to you, but he was just talking about, you could not be around me and not say that you didn't have a good experience, or that I wasn't amazing. And it's given that energy of like, you cannot walk into a room, into a situation, without changing it, without leaving your smell, your essence, your presence. And it's like no matter what people try to name or call you, especially with this being on the green, the heart space energy, you are still very vulnerable, very open. And you allow yourself to do that. That when people come around you, it's like, this don't sound like what they said. You're not doing what I was expecting. And that's why I always, when people try to tell me something, I'm like, okay, that's their, and not in a sense of like me immediately dismissing it, but me allowing myself to get my own perspective of that person and how they interact with me. because I'm not you. And how that person interacts with you, you may not have vibed or meshed, and it could have gave you that certain type of energy, whether it was that or not. But they haven't met me, and I also want you to feel that way, no matter what it is. Like they haven't met me, and as soon as they did, look what happened. Like yeah, we vibrate in this bitch. We're victorious. We are amazing. Like in a sense of you recognizing that. And I feel like with this birds of a feather flock together is what I'm hearing. It's in a sense of you being like that. Like I said, this is a group. These are two women that created this song. And I feel like you are recognizing this is what I chose. This is what I set up. This is what I decided to attach to, detach to, right? And in revelation and sense of that. And taking all of that in. And what this flight is giving a sense, I'm just hearing freedom. Just a sense of freedom. If you do plan on traveling or want to travel, I feel like I'm hearing like you're reaching across seas, reaching across oceans, reaching across moments. You are taking flights. You have different modes and means. And like perfume, you can switch it up. There's not one scent or fragrance of a perfume. Anybody else call perfumes like a flavor? Sometimes it's definitely a flavor you got. But it's almost like that, like the way that you are. It is very unique, very powerful. And it's like I'm hearing it's very demanding. Like not in a sense of what you're thinking, but in a way of like it's like an in-demand energy that hasn't even been felt or truly recognized quite yet. Mm. That has not been truly recognized yet. And I feel like that's where this is coming in. It's like this, it wants to call you a certain type of name that isn't what you are. And people always be like, what's your name? Or something. And, or they're like, what do you like to be called? And I was just like, call me what you will, call me what you want. Just don't call me out my name. Just don't call me out my name. Like, and you know exactly what that means. Just don't call me up my name. So it's in the sense of you recognizing like you are stepping and walking in a way of no matter what is said or done or isn't in or isn't received or what choices you did or weren't able to truly make, you leave a sense of something and they want you to start smelling yourself, start feeling yourself. And I feel like with you being in this very centered energy, with this orange and this yellow, you are very centered. Yeah. Float came as soon as when we flipped that deck, it came. I said, you're in a sense. I used to walk into the room, head down. I don't walk, now I float. Yes. And she literally says, light as a feather, I'm light as a feather. Like, you see me, I float, come on now. And I feel like that's truly where you are in this sense, is that you are currently floating. It is in this essence and in this way and in this being that there are so many cards on the table right now. Look, there's something on the back, but there's always something that can be on the back, something that can be flipped. And I feel like your perspective of yourself is flipping. Your idea of yourself, your thoughts of yourself are changing and shifting in a way that is very powerful, that is very monumental, like a mountain, that is very aromatic and purposeful and potent, like perfume. It is allowing you to walk into spaces, into opportunities, into relationships, recognizing that who you are and standing in contact and close with that, right? And moving in a sense, in a way of being like, this is very profound. I'm like another incense. I felt the energy. And you got your candle lit, which is funny because it's the yellow candle. And it's in the sense of recognizing that. We even got spirit, okay, heard, say no more. But this was in reverse, and this card is right under it. So I feel like you need to actually start asking for more. Just speaking it, declaring it boldly. loudly and taking it in a sense of self, like they was no need speaking in tongues. And if you know how to speak in tongues, that's fine. Just speaking life into yourself, breath into yourself. And I'm feeling like your actions will do the talking for you as well. So start moving, start doing what you need to do. Your actions will speak for you as well. Actions speak louder than words. And with the spirit, okay, heard, say no more. I feel like whatever you said or given to spirit, the universe, your God, whomever that so may be, your bhakti, deity, so forth and so have you, that it has been heard. That it has been heard. It has been lifted vigorously. I'm hearing vigorously with this V, vigorously. Like it was almost like they was waiting on the go mode for you to be like, you have permission to not only alleviate my mind from this, but to actually go ahead and handle the situation for me. It's like you truly just like, I'm gonna work on my creativity, work on myself, self-care, self-preservation. And that's like, damn, if I can take that extra 5 minutes, I'm gonna take the extra 5 minutes. And I ain't gonna beat myself up about it. Okay, I'm gonna take the extra 5 minutes, whatever that be. Maybe you're asleep, maybe you're getting ready, maybe you're just sitting in your car, maybe that I'm hearing 5 cents for the extra upgrade of your meal, whatever it is. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Like, it's like you're kind of giving that not care attitude about so much around you because you're caring so much about yourself, right? And with this coming in, it's like speaking in tongues today and the action speaking louder than words. They just want you to act as if this is already taken care of because it is. If you truly gave it to us, give it to us. Give it to me, right? The power that is vested in me. And I feel like that is what's really happening is you have so much power within you and they really want you to start tapping into that. We got I love and am in love with my partner. Like I said, this is allowing you to be a lot more focused and better in relationships, as well as realize what you got before it's gone. Realize, oh my goodness, but realize what you got before it's gone and taking that in is yourself, is you. Like I said, putting in that action, putting in that work, smelling yourself, recognizing that what I get, spirit, you have more than enough permission to move and work on my behalf for the seen and unseen, heard and heard, done and undone, spoken and unspoken. So that way I can move into life focused. Because realize what you got before it's gone, and it's you. It's you that you wanted into the situation. It's you that you wanted to provide for. I'm hearing that right now with this you coming in, you're under the umbrella right now. You're under the protection. And yes, you can still get wet under the umbrella, but that is what is supposed to come to you, not getting this downpour so much. And I'm hearing like it's hell. Like it's blocking you from hell. Like HAIL. And then you know hell can hurt, hell can damage. Okay? But it's like in a sense of like you're under this umbrella of something. And I'm also hearing don't worry about because you know they are like we're not all under that umbrella, like that is under the umbrella, but like you have your own different way of doing and being things. Step into that. Step into that. Well, yeah, I care about you and want to show you. I feel like this is your ancestors, your guides, your deities, your universe, whomever you work with. I feel like that they want to show you. That's why they also want you to start walking with the action that they got you because, just saying that like seen, unseen, heard, unheard, done and undone, spoken and unspoken. They care about you and they want to show you and they want you to walk in a way that is like, okay, they show me something here. Like continuously show me how much better and good my life can get, and they are. And they want you to recognize that they want you to get your blessings, no one else. So focus on yourself. Focus on you. Focus on how all of that works, right? Mm. Yeah, they want to show you. I care about you and want to show you. This is, friend, this is very strong. Strong. Mm. They really want to show you. And if you need to scream, Spirit, show me now. Screaming now. Or yell or whatever. But yeah, I'm the realest nigga that I know. Got this in the, come on now. Shouts out Glorilla. Right? Um, but just taking it in, like you have to recognize you gonna be with yourself. You choose your circle of friends. You choose which family you want to keep connections with. You choose who wants to be your chosen family. You choose your career. You choose your life. You choose your hobbies. You choose your interest. You choose your morals. You choose your boundaries. You choose your wardrobe. You choose your makeup or your home and design. You choose so much. You get to choose. You. Oh, yeah. Whatever that song was with Kehlani and Post Malone. All about you. All about you. Is that her? Is that them? I don't know. She made a few songs with the title "You" in there, which she was featuring, where they were featuring. Excuse me, because I never want to disrespect. You know they hang out with. Why are you hanging out with people you're not supposed to hang out with? Anyone out of way in my life, but that they made. I think it was a Post Malone. Don't quote me. And my phone is up here, so ain't no looking it up. You can figure it out on your own. But it's, yeah, Taurus energy can be very strong because they are a Taurus. And that is, like I said, that rooted, almost fixed energy, that earth energy. But they want to show you that it's all about you. It is all about you. And not in a sense, because, thank you, Ashley. And not in a sense of the world is revolving around you, but you are in and on and of and within the world. You have to recognize that with it or not it happening, it is still going to be about you. You're going to have to take care of yourself. You're going to have to decide, do I want to heal from this or am I going to keep pushing it down? This card does not want to separate. We got Z, Z. I think I speak, I have is done. Like I said, it's done. You thought it, you spoke it, I have it, it's done. And that's how you're acting in a way. Mm. With the Z, it's this ending. It's ending. Like a zygote. Is that, yeah? Is there a zygote spelled with an X? Is it one of those things where it's spelled with an X? Like xylophone. What is going on? It's zygote, I'm pretty sure it's spelled with a Z. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And zygote is like that small type of, like that said, that re-DNA, reconstruction of yourself. Hmm. We got unforgettable coming out for you. Okay? Very, very, like I said, you can't walk into a room, into a space, into an energy, interact with people, be around people, be yourself. You can't not be yourself and be forgettable. Like I can't not be me and then people forget me. Like when I meet people, remember me. People remember me. I'm very unforgettable. Unforgettable. I need to get you alone. Yeah, music can be very significant. Very, very, very significant. Immediately her zooted up. I just go with it. Just gotta go with it. Yeah. I feel like this is the end. They really want you to be present. Think no evil, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. They want you to act in a way that not in a sense of delusional, but yeah, in a sense of like almost that delusionalness, almost that Piscean ending energy. Like, I thought it though. I spoke it like they want to show me. I'm going to allow them to show me, and not in a way of like, but in a way of like they're going to show me. Like they said, they got it. They got it. I'm around people that have it because anytime I need to handle something or get something done, whether I was or wasn't relying on somebody, I'm going to handle it and get it done. And that's like I said, those are the people, the guides, the God. That's who you chose to rely on. Whose umbrella you decided to step under. And that also is what allows you is to be unforgettable, is your unshakable faith, your unmovable force. This unchangeable aspect of recognizing when I do things from a higher perspective and higher knowledge, a higher understanding. And I'm okay with recognizing what I did and then playing a part in it and still allow myself to be me, to be present, to care, to be open, to be honest. We got Ringo Nasty right on top. Taking this in, this ancient wisdom of taking it in. No need to harm self to get healing at all. That's why I'm saying you don't think in a way of being like, I should have did this, I could have did this, and why didn't that if that would have been me? And it's not thinking in a way of what they should have done and what you could have lacked or what you could have or how you fell short. It's in the sense of you learning. No need to harm self, to come at self, to not give self grace, patience, this nurturing energy, to not speak evil or act out evil over your life, to know in a way that it's all handled, especially with this laying right on top of the ancestral energy and recognizing that it's all handled. No, there's no need to harm yourself, whether with your words or physically or emotionally or being in situations where you don't want to be. Also bringing up the interview that I watched the other day with Kevin Hart and Vince Staples. Kevin Hart was like, you ever seen somebody and they just cold and you recognizing that they're visibly cold, but they're not saying anything? And then as soon as the one person asks, like, are you cold? Like, I can turn the heat. They're like, I didn't want to bother. Like, you're harming self. Like you say, you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. But that's the sense. Like, don't harm yourself to get healing. And that's why I say with shadow where people feel like, oh, it's dark. It can be dark and sad, but that doesn't mean that you're deliberately hurting yourself. You're just going through something that is hurtful, that is painful. And if you need to take a step back, take a step back. That's why it's a journey. You don't need to, I recognize the trigger. I'm going to pull on that trigger and it's still hurting me. And like, it's bringing up too much and I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm getting anxiety. I can't sleep. It's like, okay, maybe not right now. I can't handle that right now. And that's also healing. Because in those moments and times, you didn't have an opportunity to possibly step away, take a step back, to leave the situation. And in this moment in time, you are removed from a situation. You are taken out of it. You're not in the mix. They want you to be in the mix with yourself. Yeah, I can't say one more thing. I'm done. And you can't. And not saying like one more thing, but it's in a sense of recognizing you're not going to this is not it. You don't need to take on one more thing. They actually want you to start letting a lot of things go, alleviating a lot of things, releasing some stuff. You got a lot on your head and hands. So acting in a sense, in a sort of way of recognizing that is realizing I don't need to, when I messed up or when I said I was going to do this and I didn't do it, I'm not going to be like, damn, I should have did that. Now I got to, man, it's like, I should have did that. But I didn't, but guess what? I'll do this day. Thank you. Thank you, Latisse, for just recognizing what we could have done and what we still will be able to do. And it's taking that in and being like, yes, I'm taking that in for stuff. There's no need to harm me. Something happens and it puts me in a state, and not saying again, not to process your emotions, not to understand your emotions and what they mean to and for you, but you don't need to come at sideways at yourself. The world does that enough. They come at you quite enough. They critique you quite enough. Come at yourself with such a discerning and loving eye that it doesn't feel like shame, it doesn't feel like guilt, it doesn't feel like you're not taking accountability. But you're able to look at it in a way that is truly like, okay, what can I do out of this? We got deep connections that flipped out for you. I love that you're creating such a deep connection with sense of self and how that works out for you. Thank you, Spirit. Perfect the energy. Let's see. We can go ahead and get some final messages. Enough of that, actually. Let's get some final messages. Doctor, PCP, health check, and second house. Yeah, start focusing on yourself. Use that root chakra work energy that you created to be such a strong fortress, strong mountain, something to still shift into something that is new, ever changing, ever thoughtful, progressive. And on the back of this card, again, it's like you feel like these are all the cards that you were dealt, but there's something working in the back end for you. There is something that is working out for you that you might not even know or recognize. And I'm hearing it's like a bull in a china shop with this energy coming out, with this Taurus energy. It's like a bull in a china shop. You leave your presence, you leave your energy, your essence everywhere that you are. It's like hard to not recognize that you weren't there. And it's in such a powerful, a magical, like I said, demanding type of way of like, no, we need them. We can't do this without them. It's not going to work as well without them. And it's also that Venus energy. I'm your Venus. I'm your goddess, your desire. Do they still do those commercials? I don't know. Anyway. But again, the music again coming up. Music really does put you in the present moment of listening to things, of taking on things, of recognizing it. And like this fixed energy, it just takes some time for it to move. It doesn't say that it doesn't move. You can be you're stuck here. But they want you to be stubborn. They want you to be fixed in your own energy right now. Because the earth is always still slightly moving. It's always turning. And with this Taurus Venus energy, this second house energy is this realization of there's so much more. Venus is one of the things that you can see during the day. You know? And it's allowing you to be seen even in the midst of something bright, because you also shine. You're also present. You're also there. It's like, damn, that's cold. Like, we get to see a whole other planet on Earth. And it's that energy of like, that is so crazy. Like, ooh. And I'm hearing it's like your time to shine, your bright of day, your light, your energy. Yeah, I feel this fixed energy coming strong for you here. Flip it and shuffle it one more time. I got some candle wax on these cards. I love it though. All right. We got Showtime, ladies, gentlemen, and ladies, which is funny because I brought up Kilani and I made sure I corrected myself. So like I said, you don't mind being wrong. You don't mind taking that in, but you don't allow yourself to hold on to that. And like I said, it's your time to be present, your time to be seen, your time to be shown in a light. It's your showtime. You're on a stage. It's your time for your grand moments. Yeah, Dr. PCP health check. Go make sure that you are keeping up with yourself. Keeping up with yourself. Go get the check. Just look it up. Doctors near me. Doctors that accept this, blah, 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 near me. Healthcare near me. Taking that in and just allowing that. Looking at old newspapers, because they do still, dentists and doctories and stuff still put stuff in the newspaper, or those little junk mail things. They have a lot of the information there. That one little booklet where it has all the information, and it usually has like, come to this restaurant and this and that. It's like a small little book, and we usually all call it junk mail. But also looking in there, your resources are aplenty. I'm hearing your resources are aplenty. You just have to look in places that you possibly didn't expect to find it in. Like I found a dentist on an app the other day. Like I've been kind of getting like more okay with using ads when I'm watching stuff or doing stuff because I usually like to have like a video in the background when I'm doing something or just music, whatever it is. And I'm using the ads of being like, okay, this is a moment. Like I don't need to be so presently focused and like, oh, let me immediately skip. But sometimes I don't skip the ads. Just like, you know what, let me go do something else or relax or give my eyes a break, whatever it is. But I was just like, oh shit. And then they gave a little ad. I said, okay, okay. Looked it up. Good reviews, amazing comments, like all this stuff very close. I'm like, that worked out amazingly perfect for me. That's exactly what I was looking for. Something new, something so just like allowing that to come in, and pulling back to that magic school bus reference with the school is now in session. It's definitely giving, like I said, you're a zygote, the beginning, the start of something. And people are gonna be watching you, like all eyes on you. Very present, very focused. Also like eighth house Scorpio energy I'm hearing, like sister sign of this, which is also fixed energy. It's almost like I was watching the interview with Sister where she's like, I wasn't expecting it. Like I was just making some songs and like all of a sudden I'm famous. It's gonna almost give like that and you were just doing you. And now the light is on you. But I'm hearing the school is now in session is also with your own body. Like I said, you're creating a whole new chemistry, a biochemistry with self, understanding with self, a growth with self. And it is very powerful. Listening to 432 hertz energy, right? Which is allowing that love in, that opening in, that healing sacral chakra energy, right? Okay. We got T coming out. What's the T? What's the information? You don't know. I'm hearing immediately. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I ain't got the, I'm hearing like anybody that actually you just like, I don't know. I ain't got the information. It's like you're not in the mood to be sipping tea for that immediately for that. Not saying this, but that's it mean like you're just like I'm in a different energy. I'm in a different wave. Like I'm not here for that. And especially with it coming right under the schools, like I don't want the catty middle school, high school energy. Like, no, I'm not in the mood for that. I don't do that. I'm not here for that. I mean, I'm just gonna I am I'm gonna sip my own tea. And you could actually be drinking tea, but I'm hearing like you're not getting involved with anything anymore. Like there is quite a shift, a swix. And yes, we got Phoenix Cleanse, right? And it's where you do it on a new moon for new birth for in this dark voided energy with cinnamon, myrrh, and herbs, and then a red candle dressed in gold. And then you just like that. It's good to start it before the new moon, so that way it already starts some type of ash, some type of concentrate. So that way when the new moon is present, it's already, kind of inside of the nest. And the reason why it's called the Phoenix Cleanse is because this is what the phoenix uses. Cinnamon, myrrh, and herbs to create a nest. So that way when it dies, it can be rebirth of the flames, and the red candle dressed in gold is obviously colors of the phoenix. If you don't have gold, use a yellow candle. Use a gold candle. Birthday candles come in so much gold, it is crazy. Birthday candles is a great way to use as well, I'm hearing. If you feel like, I can't get the 7-day candles, birthday candles are quick, cute, okay? They work out perfectly. If you don't have like a big place to put it, it works out. You can put it almost anywhere. So don't limit yourself. Allow yourself that. Ooh, I hurt my nose. Second shift has started. I itched my nose, and that star pushed right into my nose. That hurt like a bitch. Um, the second shift was started. Yeah, your ancestors, guys, universe, DTs, all of it is happening for you. Like they're like, we got it. You can go home now. Like we got it. We taking over. We have even Jesus cursed out God on the cross, and Naruto punched his dad. And Naruto punched his dad. In a sense of being like I said, if you need to just be like, I need y'all to show me, I need you to be present, I need you to alleviate this, I need you to work on my behalf. It's a sense of also that, but it's also with you taking on and realizing, like, even if it wasn't, I'm gonna just get it out and I'm gonna keep it pushing. Not feeling bad for allowing your anger or rage to come out in a certain way. Because if you feel like you can't have a good relationship with whomever or so forth you believe in, where you can't, I'm hearing you about it, say what you need to say, do what you need to do, like, and it could be also like some dad wounds, some dad issues, because they both was cussing out their dad essentially. Like, how the hell you gonna put a 9 tailed fox on me? I was a baby, I didn't have a choice, but I was taunted. Let's just say the third Hokage did not take care of me well at all. Okay. It's just it's just like if you need to vent that out, like I said, don't dismiss those emotions. That's also shadow work. Is you being able to vent that out, not being dismissive, not be like, "Well, I'm gonna be like this because of this." And it's allowing that to happen, right? It is allowing that to happen. Yeah, school has let out. Like I said, this is happening very quick for you. As soon as you got into the session, you got out of it. You're a very quick learner. And like I said, you don't want to be involved in this. You are having a swift and a shift. It is happening rapid, like flames to what is it, wool or whatever. This keeps staring at. Well, all right. I wrote that with the sound because a lot of my aunts and grandma and stuff, they said, well, all right. Well, all right. And it's funny because it's both of the pink cards as well as the second shift that started. So it's almost this energy of being like, well, all right, I ain't involved in that. That ain't my business, or I don't want to be involved. I already handled it. It's already given over. And I got nothing to do with me no more. Well, all right. Well, you have a good day. All right. This But yeah, this is letting me know like you're allowing yourself to have this change, this shift, this movement. Especially with it almost being like this. School is out, school is in, shift switch back onto school is let out. Like you're ready to be seen, heard, valued. Because you also have to recognize I need to take care of my I want to be if I want to be here for a long time, or if I'm gonna be here for a long time, because spirit is obviously ain't giving me no way out, you know. Not in like a bad situation, but like being here present. It's like let me make sure that I'm gonna be here in a non-painful situation. Like, yeah, my teeth is there for a while, but I ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, I know there's something wrong with my stomach, and I tried this, I did this, but it's like you don't need to harm self to have a type of healing, type of have a change. I already knew spirit told me, yeah. Like I said, you're not involved with that no more. Like you already be knowing a lot of things. You're not involved in the tea and none of that. You're like, I'm focused on me. I am focused on. Mwah. But that has been your reading. Thank you so much for joining in. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good things. And yeah, till next time.